Full town, and there's no cars down here at all. Alright.
We can go back here and have a closer look at the bells.
Oh, cool.
This is well, people tend to think that this is the old one because it's made of steel and it has this rust on it. But actually, this is the new one from 1955.
Oh, okay.
So that's not old. These are from 1685. These
Oh,
two.
wow.
So that means they're 300 years older.
And that's why they're green and this one's brown?
Yeah, that's bronze. So that's normal.
Okay, and that's
The
iron.
normal material, but it's quite an unusual choice to cast bells of steel. And this, the last great fire, the whole Tallinn actually burnt down, and the church also was in 1684. So the old bells melted. So they collected the old material and recast the bells right here in Tallinn. So they actually the second time, the second bell made of the same material. Made by a German man, but here in Estonia. There are actually two more bells up there. They are not so important, but they are used every day, every hour, half hour. But these two are used only during Sunday Mass and weddings and funerals.
Okay.
So, special occasions. This one has a crack in it right here, so they can't use this one right now.
It'll break if they...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So they use the bell that's from 1685?
Yeah. And actually, this is the good one. We can... That is actually not allowed, but I don't care. So they have a completely...
Wow.
Completely different sound, yeah. Of course, material is different.
High pitch for the copper. That's cool. Thank you. I guess if you were up here while they went off, you'd go deaf, huh?
Yeah, exactly. When you were up here, you were just talking there when one of those two... Well, just I don't know what time it is. It's... Anyway, it's a half hour or
it's 2:30?
Yeah, exactly. So they just went off, but you couldn't hear it because it's when you're up here, you really practically can't hear it. When down on the ground, you can hear it perfectly well because the sound travels like this. But when you're up here and those, then because I happened to be unfortunately last Sunday, I didn't quite check my time, so I was on that level. Fortunately, so it was. I just went running down from here. And this is the original hand of the clock from that side.
Oh, okay.
This is the original one from the from 1778.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can see it works like this.
Okay.
This is the original one, so and each face of the clock only has one hand. No minutes, only hours. Okay. And that's again, well, the reason is because in the Middle Ages, time had a different meaning. People they just didn't use minutes. Yeah.
It was good enough just to...
Exactly. So that's why sometimes people come to church quite angry these days and say, "Excuse me, one has fallen off. You should put it back right away." To explain that no, that's the way it works because after the 15th century, other places started adding the other one as well. It's normal now, but this church didn't, so we kept this tradition alive.
Cool, but it still is on the right time anyway, so...
So you saw the Parliament building from that window? The pink one.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the government building with the scaffoldings right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the government building.
All located right on the top of the hill.
Yeah, exactly. So goes, I don't know, 30 meters down. It's on the cliff.
Okay.
Right on the edge.
So we're kind of surrounded by walls here.
Yeah. This is the end of the old town. See all these houses, very expensive. Some very famous Estonian businessmen live in that building. It's a very, the apartment costs like 15 million even. In Estonian money, it's a lot. Yeah. And when this tower was built in the 18th century, so before there was only that little one, that was the tower. One small bell up there and that was it. And then they built this one because these bells, so the bells are 100 years older than the tower, but they had a separate bell tower that was near the church on the ground level. Just on the ground, So that was it. And the wood is all local pine. And the funny thing is that it took 3 centuries to build the church. There were fires and the church was built already in the 13th century. And completed in the 15th, but it took only 2 years to build the tower. And so it's all here. The wood is 95% of the wood is the original pine. You
Uh-huh.
can see they have replaced only few parts, but otherwise it's all old, and it's quite a masterpiece. There still.
Yeah. So the pine is how old?
It's from 1770s. So
This
it's
wood right here is from
that- yeah,
1770.
that wood. Exactly.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. It's in good shape. Cool. Well, thank you. So that tower is right over there. Looking down another little alleyway, road from the top. We're still on the original historic center and the top of the hill. And then if we go over here, there's a little lookout area, which I'll do a film of in a sec. There's the Parliament building. Right on the edge of the ancient wall, as you can see. It goes way down. And then the hill continues down farther. And then you have the moat. I found the moat right down there. So that's cool. So I'll check out this little park down here later in a bit. We're on top of a wall, as you can see. There's the rest of Tallinn over here. Parks and stuff. Got the train station right there. Your local train station anyways. Alright, let's go back. So here's how they make money in Estonia. You put the coin in there, and then you put that on top of it, and then you bang it really hard with the hammer, and it puts the impression on it. Interesting. So I'm going to go into the edge here and see what we got. There. Stop playing, guys. Here's the other edge of the wall. There's an ancient door. So there's the next part of the ancient center. I'm making my way down from original Central Square. You can see the wall here, and then the building set up upon high there. So here's the little trail path on down Central Square, and then it ends through that tunnel right there, the hole, and then it'll pop out in the other Central Square area where that church is. So I just popped out of that hole in the wall, and now I have a choice of a bunch of different roads to go to. I guess I'll take the middle one. I think this be St. Olaf's Church. Sure looks like it. St. Olaf Church is that one right there. St. Olaf Church. So, and let's go to that wall thing. That looks like a cool place to go. Check it out, St. Olaf Church. It's another place where you can see the skyline. The dude was telling me the other place was the best skyline. This is the best skyline because you can get a 360-degree view of the whole place. But I'm not going to pay. Well, it's €2. Let me think about it. On the way up the tower, this tower is huge, man. Just keeps going up and up and up and up the spiral staircase. Here's a peek into where the mechanisms for the clock lie. A whole lot of different cogs and gears and stuff, taking a whole bunch of space. Kind of interesting. I wonder how much farther I have to go. There's another skyline view. That's how high we are up. So there is the ancient center that I was like before. You can see how it's surrounded by walls around the whole thing. And the last tower that I was in the top of filming, it was right there through those holes. And before that, I was in the other tower, which you actually can't see. But and the rest of the central square is right there. So here's the sea. Here's this tower, so far from the top. Man, I'd have vertigo if these walls weren't here. So, check it. There's a cool little Scandinavian style neighborhood. Streets below. Yeah, this is definitely worth it. There's our little hotel. There's that circular wall. I'll go there next, see what that's all about. That was one of the entrance gates to the other old city. Secondary